Everybody, welcome back to the show. We got a special guest with us today, DisneyGirl333. Welcome back.
Hi, thanks for having me.
So we're both massive Last of Us fans. What do you think of the first season of the series?
Ooh, first season. I like the first couple episodes a lot. I think it did a really good job of following the story of the game. The only thing is I kind of wish there were more infected because when you play the game, you're playing it over a long time and you like feel that bond between Joel and Ellie and you're fighting a lot of infected along the way. And we only like ran into infected like a few times over the series, like with Tess or Tess left. And then with like the whole town of infected when you went into Sam.
With the bloater thing?
Yeah, the giant. That was really cool, but it was like the only instance there.
I think it's more of a budget thing than just straight up ignoring it. And they don't have gas masks either, so
yeah, I
changed some things.
I missed that. And then they changed Bill's story, so we didn't get that whole we have to go get a car and battle infected that way. So that got taken out too.
Yeah, I didn't care much for this version of Bill, so I don't really care about that.
I miss it. It's like, what did I say to you when you came down the steps? I'm just fixing your stupid pile.
I don't think this would have been that Bill from the game. This feels like it would have been a completely different version. Mm-hmm. And plus, he was like 10 times older too. So, So this is the teaser that we got a couple of days ago. No official release date, it says April. Mm-hmm. Right when it starts to hear the sirens. So Joel just got Ellie and left the room after he murdered her father. Mm-hmm. This is our first look at Abigail.
Abby!
And she looks awesome.
Mm-hmm. Get her Firefly tags on already.
So I think this is how the show needs to start for season 2. This should be the very first episode. Yeah. Because the game was all over the place with the structure. Because she just randomly kills Joel and you have no idea why until like 5 hours into the game.
Yeah. It's like they traumatize you, then switch perspective, and then you're like, oh, here's a new protagonist to play as for another 5 hours. You're like, what? And they left you on that cliffhanger to begin with, so.
Yeah, like Ellie's like frozen in time now. What the hell's going on?
Like, let me get back to Ellie. Yeah, but I agree. I'm curious to see how they're going to put the timeline for the show compared to the game because, yeah, this should definitely be first.
This needs to be the opening. This is the only way it's going to make sense because Abigail's got like an entire crew with her, which in the game that didn't make any sense to me. Like Joel and Tommy should have been like, "Whoa, what's going on here?" As soon as I got past the gate, all these people came outside. Like, "Whoa, what is going on here?"
Yeah. I feel like they're gonna have different motivations because, like, when you're playing the game, they're like, "Oh, we want you to play as Ellie, be angry and want revenge for her whole part in Seattle, and then try and flip your perspective or whatever." But for like this show, I feel like they're gonna like show you straight off. Here's Abby, here's why, a little bit, and then go into it that way.
Yeah, that was my only problem with the game. Story's decent, but like Abigail didn't really make much sense in the beginning because you don't know anything about her. And then when you play as her, she's actually kind of a good person.
Yeah. Like if you started Abby's section first or whatever, like you would like her. Like if she started her journey trying to find whatever person she's looking for and without knowing who it was, people would like her a lot more.
I almost kind of feel bad for us. How many times have I killed that guy in the first one? I'm like, wait, that's her father? Oh, well. He's like, I'm not going to let you take her. Okay.
He's like, I'm going to let you take her. And I'm like, shut up, Jerry. I'm conflicted about that whole vaccine situation anyway. Like, if you were absolutely 100% sure they could do it, this one thing, I don't know. And then how do you even distribute something like that in this apocalyptic world where everyone's trying to tear each other's head off?
All they would need was a sample from blood.
Yeah.
Wouldn't need to kill her.
Yeah.
If he was an actual doctor, you would know it.
And right away too, they can't run more tests. Like she just got there, and they're like, "Okay, we have to operate on her brain immediately."
And the kid's knocked out.
Yeah.
The guy that's caring for her is coming to get her. And he said, like, you're not going to let you take her? I'm like, what do you think's going to happen?
Yeah. They're like, it's what she would want. I'm like, did you ask her? I know she's 14, but like, you know it's wrong because why would you not wake her up and tell her the situation if you were absolutely sure?
Yeah, Marlene got what she deserved. I would have shot her too.
No.
If I was Joel. I'm like, yeah, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I do feel bad for this actress. She's going to get destroyed online. I hope she deletes all of her social medias.
Yes, please.
She's going to get destroyed.
Because they came after the game, like the face model for Abby for the game, not even the person who voiced Abby.
No, they went to Laura Bailey too.
Yeah, but like, poor girl, like she's just a face model for the game. Like she didn't even in the like, you know, like guys.
So this is, hopefully Tommy right here.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully Tommy has a little more to do in the show. She's completely sidelined the game.
Yeah.
Kind of annoyed me, honestly. Like, for anything, we should have played as Tommy before Ellie.
Yeah.
In Seattle. I'm like, that's his brother.
If anything, I wanted a DLC where we do Tommy days in Seattle because he was there before Ellie all the time.
He's a day ahead of her.
Yeah.
Like Merry Pippin in Lord of the Rings. Day ahead of Legolas, Gimli, and Aragorn.
Mm-hmm. And they could have like when we go in there, it's like Tommy did this. I mean, we could see we could do it ourselves. You know? Oh,
it's like the Abigail section feel like a completely separate game, especially the island.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like Tommy is on patrol or something here.
Oh,
and that's
that guy. The hook was that guy we fought, I think, at the end of the game.
Yeah, crazy black guy. Got his jaw ripped off.
Yeah. Isaac!
This is Isaac, the actual actor playing Isaac. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Also, James Gordon recently.
Yeah. The Watcher. From What If?
Yeah. So that's pretty cool.
So we're at the island. Okay, now.
And this.
It's
Dina.
They look so young.
Yeah. Not much you can do about that.
I know. It's just like it felt like such a time skip from part 1 to part 2 in the game because they changed the model of the characters. But like in the show, it's just like, oh, you look the same.
I'm guessing they're in Seattle at this point.
Yeah, it looks like
this subway, probably subway.
Yeah. But no gas mask thing again.
Yeah. So I don't know how they're gonna explain how she's just immune because no one wears a mask in this universe.
Yeah.
It was so much more impactful when she ripped off her mask. I'm like, hey, I'm not coughing.
Yeah.
So that's why the only thing I didn't agree with the show, but the spores wouldn't make sense anyway because everybody would be infected.
And it'd be on your clothes too, like
hair, hands.
Yeah,
nails.
it'd be hard to get rid of. So it's not like everybody could take showers all the time. No. Like.
No idea what this is.
Jackson.
It might be new.
But,
no, it's probably them going back. It's probably Joel and Tommy.
Oh, yeah. On the patrol, maybe.
Maybe we could see them on patrol this time.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposedly going to be expanded over like 2 seasons.
I'm like, so intrigued if they're going to do like flashbacks throughout the season because I'm like, how long is Pedro Pascal on set for this? Because
if he's alive by the end of the first episode, I'll be impressed.
Because I mean, the game had a lot of flashbacks too.
Dinosaur. If they do it right, they can have Joel killed off by the end of the season, and then start Seattle day 1, 2, and 3 in season 3, and then by season 4, you can get to maybe mixing up with Abigail's story, depending on how long they got this particular actress signed up. And this is obviously a flashback to her father. So I just want to see more duality and have it balanced better than the game because, again, the game was a complete mess structure-wise. I just think it was a mistake to introduce Abigail so early on in the game when they're about to go on patrol with Ellie. Man, they should have waited or had her already living in the town, Jackson.
Yeah.
And then her being friends with Ellie or something.
Yeah, I would have loved her infiltrating the town for sure. And looking for him and be like, and then like, I don't know, just trying to like sneak in there and then actually knowing him and then maybe feeling a little conflicted, but still doing it anyway.
No, it was like they act like they all know who he is. Like there's no cameras in the hospital.
Yeah.
No one saw him, who he was. No one saw what he looked like.
And it's like, I mean, it's not that uncommon a name.
Only one Joel in the entire world.
Yeah, right.
It's like when she finds his her father, she's like, "Oh, was he still in the building?
Mhm.
How would you even know what he looks like?"
Mhm. Not everybody saw him.
And half the guys that did see him are gone.
Yes.
Marlene can't identify him, but she's dead too.
Mhm.
If Marlene was alive, I could see, okay, maybe she can tell him what he looks like.
Mhm.
But she's gone.
I'm like, it depends. I'm like, is it canon? Like, did we kill the nurses? Because
I did.
like I don't remember how it in the scene because they would have been able to identify if you didn't kill them.
Might have spared him once. But I'm like, you know what? No witnesses. Goodbye. Subway.
Yes. Oh, this is the beginning of Subway. Yeah.
Is it?
It looks like because it's red down there and there's clickers.
Oh yeah. Because the thing about the hospital, when the lights go on, ambulance run from that rat thing.
Oh my god! That's got to be like season 3.
They ain't got the budget for that in this season.
No.
There's no way to do that now. And Joel is talking to some random person.
Yeah.
About Ellie. Like I say to him, like, shouldn't tell anyone that but Tommy. No one but Tommy.
No one but Tommy. And Tommy's like, I'll take you to the grave if I have to. That's because it's your brother. You tell a random person you murdered a hospital full of people, they're gonna flip out.
It's like that's the thing about this universe. You can't really trust that many people.
Yeah.
You say that to the wrong person. Because if that doctor lady is working with Abigail,
right,
and he just told her something, she could go tell her, and that's how she might know where he is.
Right. They might interrogate her, and she'll just tell anyway. Because
regardless, people got their own motivations.
Yeah. What's that?
I don't know. Probably a dream or something. That's Maria, I guess.
Yeah.
She's gonna lose the kid. I'll tell you right now.
People need to stop having babies in the apocalypse.
She's gonna lose the kid. And those
stop it
on his face.
Oh,
this might be
like.
And that's Nora. She's gonna have to kill Nora. She better have that pipe.
I liked Nora, but like
I never liked Nora. I couldn't wait to kill her.
I'm just like she's a good friend, but like
at the time, the first playthrough, I'm like her friend. I'm like, yeah, you're gonna die.
Man, like she was at that point she was already gonna die, so she was like, I'm not telling you.
I just couldn't believe she would call Abigail a friend after the first playthrough. After what she did with your friend. I'm like, well, no, Nora.
Mel was definitely not her friend.
Well, Nora should not betray my friend.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe she said call her a friend after. At that point, I was still kind of pissed at Abigail.
Why?
Because of what she did. I'm talking about my very first playthrough.
Oh. I don't know who's playing Mel. We haven't seen Mel yet.
Now, the only ones they need for Abigail was Abigail, Owen, and Mel. No one cares about Manny. Jordan guy. So you don't need like an entire army.
So
3 is good.
It's so funny when they made that no return mode for part 2. Like they had all Abby's characters except for Owen. And it's because Owen doesn't fight at all.
This is ironic.
You never play as Owen.
Owen's the only one that had some type of conscience.
Yeah.
About the whole thing.
But everything except the relationship.
God, I wish he had stopped that killing Joe. He seemed like he was about to.
Yeah.
Like,
I liked him though. Apart from the, nothing no one thing.
Yeah, slim pickings, I guess.
I can't wait to see Lev.
Oh, the bald kid?
Yeah, that was Lev.
It's sewing up in April, apparently. I'm guessing mid-April, late April. No idea.
Yara Lev. I love when she's like, cold. She's like, cool.
So here's an article here.
4 seasons is crazy. How many episodes?
So it said Last of Us Season 2 will have fewer episodes. Story could expand as many as 4 seasons. They don't have a part 3 out.
Yeah, I know. They better not put a part 3 in the show before I get a game. I'll be mad. Like, I want to play a part 3 game because now they're working on that other game. It's gonna come out for Naughty Dog, so
That should be okay.
it should be good. But I'm just like, that means we're not getting part 3 for a while. But they're going to continue with the show.
Said Season 2 will have 7 episodes
With
longer run times.
Okay. Right.
So maybe an hour and a half now.
Mm-hmm.
It's HBO, so they got the budget. Mm-hmm. This was Netflix; they wouldn't be able to do it. Mm-hmm. Let's look at the Witcher series.
Possibly, I can't. So they're dragging part 2 into 3 and possibly 4 seasons. It's like, where are you cutting it off? Is this part like Seattle Day 1 up? And then
if they do it right, they can have Joel kill off by the end of the season or mid-season and start Seattle in the last half. There's only 7 episodes. Mm-hmm. Joel will probably be gone.
I think
by episode 4 or 5.
I think maybe they should build up on Joel and Ellie's relationship, at least in this bit of the season. Like a little bit of the flashbacks, a little bit of the friction between them after she's like, did she believe you? She didn't say otherwise. And like, her coming to conflict with that whole, your immunity meant nothing. More like you, Ellie.
You should have just told her, like, yeah, kill them all to save you.
Yeah.
And Marlene, your friend, was the one that opted for this in the first place. Without your consent.
I feel so, like, because people are like, oh, she wanted it, but, like, there's a little dialogue in the game where she's like, you think it's going to hurt? Well, no, they'll probably give you a shot or something. She's like, okay, I don't really like needles.
That's what actual doctors would do.
Yeah.
They have to take a sample of her blood. She's immune in her DNA.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, this could have been so cool if they actually, like, figured out a way to make a vaccine or whatever, a cure, and then had a bunch of factions trying to fight over it because they would. For control of something like that. Because even, like, the Scars and the Wolves are fighting over what territory? Just hating each other.
No idea.
Like, absolutely, people would fight over a cure for the cordyceps. But then, like, there's still 1 million infected running about, and mutating into even more horrible things like Rat King.
Is that really what it's called?
Yeah, I don't know why. There must be some kind of reference to something. Because like we have stalkers, runners. I hate stalkers. I hate them so much. Then you got clickers, bloaters, shamblers, and then I guess the Rat King. There's got to be more stages.
I don't know how far they can push the infected thing. If going into a part 3, I don't know how far they can push that.
But I'm like, it's at this point, because what was it? Like 15 years? Like, how long is it? 20 years or something?
Yeah, 20.
20 years after Sarah, when we start the game, and then it's 4 years, so it's like been 25 years almost of the infection of the cordyceps. So having that thing grow for that long, if somebody got infected like at the start, like at the people at the base of the hospital. Like, how much worse could you make it?
My initial thoughts when I first heard the siren
trauma. I was like, immediately put me right back in that moment playing the game. And I'm just like, it's each of Abby's moments in her game brings her right back here. So probably what she feels like the worst moment of her life.
I know some people out there call Joel a villain. I'm like, would you do anything differently if that was someone you cared about? I'm like, please. Knowing what that guy went through, like, you really blame him?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Mm-hmm.
And how was Abigail any better?
Mm-hmm.
Or
Well,
anyone in that world? Like, Ellie's a murderer too.
oh yeah.
She was like 10 years old in the first one,
Destroyed
murdering
like
grown dudes.
half the population of Seattle.
I'm not going back to part one. So like, was she like 10 years old, murdering all these grown dudes? And then left behind is like, hey, anyone else want to come out and act like your friends? You understand?
Yeah. Well, I shot the hell out of that guy, huh? Yes, you did, Ellie. Yes, you did.
I hope they prepared her for what's coming her way.
Mm.
Couldn't have been easy for her to be part of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, closing thoughts.
Oh, I'm just really curious to see how they're gonna structure it and put it together narratively for this TV series. So I'm interested to see everybody, all the areas from the game in live action. Should be really cool.
I hope they dive more into the lore of the crazy bow people. I want to know more about them.
The Prophet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I'm like, how did that happen? To that scale.
Makes you wears a braid because of the Prophet. Whoever that is.
Mm-hmm. And we don't even know her name, right?
No. I want to know why Levin, his sister is on the run. I want to know why Isaac wants to go to the island so badly, take them all out.
Yeah, something must have happened to Isaac with them when he was younger or something, because there's no reason for him to be this upset to try and wipe out the entire island.
Even, I think in the game, Alan even says, oh, Isaac knows what Joel's done. I'm like, how? It's like he's the only guy named Joel in the entire world, I guess. Like, my God, man. Must have been like crazy 20 years when he was with Tess. Because he never brings up anyone named Isaac. Unless he didn't know, I don't know. So he was a smuggler, but like, they just gotta make it make sense in the show. Because for video games, it's easy to just let stuff slide. It's like, button mashing. But for live action, especially with muggles being brought into this potentially, especially those that haven't played the game, that's kind of more curious about that actually. People have never played the game going into this after liking the first season.
Oh boy.
You guys know what
Prepare yourselves. I still like the roller coaster this game put me on before playing it, while playing it, and I played it a bunch of times now because I had to get the triple platinum trophy. This is one of the only 2 games I ever got one for. I love it so much. But yeah, because like when we first saw the teaser for the game, everyone was speculating what was gonna happen. Oh man. And the other teaser, the first one they put in for season 2 where they played the song.
The one for the end credits? Or...
If I ever were to lose you. Joel plays on the guitar. My emotions, man. I love Joel though. I hope we get to see more. Just doing stuff. My favorite Joel thing from the first one is when he was all like, "It better be the same spot your buddy points to."
That's all right.
I believe him. Yes. Oh, that's my favorite. Oh, it's so good. What's wrong with you, man? He told you what he wanted. What you wanted.
I thought it was cool seeing Troy Baker in the show
Yeah.
as whatever character that was. I think he would have been a good David, actually.
Mm.
So he knows how to do crazy. He's with the Joker so many times already.
Yeah.
The guy that got was creepy enough, but I think Troy would have made a better David. They would have been kind of ironic. Former Joel playing the villain now.
It's cool that they bring people in who did first in the game, like Marlene. Like Marlene. It's cool.
Yeah, I still don't recognize her voice. I guess it is the same actress, though.
Mm-hmm.
And had the original Tommy. But I recognized him either with the beard. He didn't last long.
Mm.
Like what I was concerned about, they had that girl in season 1 that was obsessed with finding Sam and Henry.
Yeah.
I was concerned that's what they're going to do with Abigail. Oh, God.
I like Sam and Henry.
Because like the way she was characterized, I'm like, oh dear. So don't do that with Abigail. Because that's I'm like, yeah, they're going to do see part 2 eventually. I'm like,
I gotta watch that one again. The Sam and Henry part. That's a weird tone, man. That's just the way he talks. Joel, tell him he's okay. Everything is great. That was a good show. Yeah, I gotta rewatch it. I haven't watched it since it aired. Actually.
I think it's good to watch in the background playing part 1 or 2. Just not the Bill and Frank episode.
It's so funny. Like Bill's intense with his bunker and all that. I'm like, listen, if a cordyceps zombie apocalypse breaks out, I'm taking myself out. I'm not gonna suffer through this. Why am I gonna listen?
Didn't he leave all those weapons for Joel?
Yeah, but I'm like,
And he's like, no.
I'm like, why am I gonna for what? So I can get chased by a clicker? Ain't no way. Ain't no way. I'm not running that.
It would have been cool if we had the flamethrower at least. Because they gave her the flamethrower in the game.
That town was empty.
I think they just wanted to show how ridiculous the mask looks in the show. Especially with like invisible spores or something. There's no spores in the show. But like,
and I wonder if they're gonna bring back the vine thing they were talking about in the first one. Like when they stepped on the thing and then
that feels more like Days Gone.
Yeah.
Than Last of Us.
Yeah.
Because the freakers, they always travel in groups. Clickers, aside from clickers or stalkers, most infected wander on their own. When Days Gone, the freakers, they always move in massive crowds.
The runners kind of huddle together a little bit, but not like a huge group. Because usually they'll be like a couple together. Like when you have to when you're with Tess and you have to move the little crate, you have to go in this building, move a crate to go on top of a truck. And they're trying to open the garage, whatever, the door. And she's like, I thought I heard something. Nope, okay, double time. And then the things start coming over.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The metal door.
Mm-hmm.
And I keep saying, when I play part 2 and Joel stupidly saves Abigail, if Tess was alive, why would you want to bet she would have shot Abigail on sight?
Yeah.
There's no way Tess would have trusted that girl. Just by looking at her. There's no way. There's no way. As soon as they saw that house, Tess was there with Tommy and Joel. She's like, all right, let's get the hell out of here. Something right. She's more street smart than Joel. So there's no way she would trust that many people in some random house in the woods. And they would have been fine. Jackson's right down the road. Apparently. Like, hey, you guys should come back. I was like, no, they shouldn't.
Just outrun the herd
They just killed the herd. That's why I
and
say
then
she just left.
Then just leave.
As soon as they walked in the room, they were both done.
But it was done because Abby already knew she was not letting them leave.
I mean, all I had to do was press the button for the garage.
Not when she had a shotgun. Yeah,
No, that's what she had the shotgun when they went in the room.
Yeah.
As soon as they killed the herd, she was left.
Oh, yeah.
They're both smart enough to know not to trust a bunch of random people. People never seen. They go, my friends are here. Like, I know we're your friends.
Right? And why are your friends here?
Yeah.
Where are you going?
And it seemed like they suspected, like, hey,
like you're a little far out.
Work.
What are you doing in the middle of the
yeah. Well, we're just passing through. Like, oh, really? From where?
Mm-hmm.
More questions.
Yeah.
I guess they say it was a little off topic, but like Jedi Survivor, when Cal finds Bucky Barnes in the tank, should have asked him more questions before he gave him a lightsaber.
Right.
He just seemed so desperate to find allies, and they all turned out to be crazy. The guy from the first one,
literally,
the crazy wanderer, psychopath, and then another psychopath.
Like Cal, you have like 3 friends. Everybody else shit off.
Dude, Marin was crazy too, but then all of a sudden she did a 180. Like, okay, I guess trust the crazy witch chick. Why not? Thanks for stopping by. Hope to have you on again.
Okay.